Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. We are finally able to look today at the brand new Seamless Glide eye pencils from Eldridge. I say finally because they should have been here sometime last week, but they arrived today. So we are going to talk about them and use them. I'm so happy to have you guys here. While you're here, let me just say that you can also come visit me over on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. So I'd love to see you there too. Okay, let's get into this. So now we have the Seamless Glide eye pencil, and there are 6 shades. I picked up 4 of them. Let me tell you all about them, what I picked up, and yes, we will compare to the obvious comparison. Don't you worry. Lots of people asked me, are you going to compare them to Victoria Beckham Beauty? And I thought I was born ready to compare them to Victoria Beckham Beauty. It was just instant, needed to do that for a number of reasons that we will get into. Okay, so here's the shades I got. There are 6 and I got 4. I should have gotten 5. Let me explain. I got Ground Coffee, which is kind of, a brown shade, obviously. Cinder Smoke, which is kind of a grayish. I got Night Forest, and I got Renaissance Gold, okay, which is kind of a black gold. So let's look at them and then we'll talk about them too. Here they are first in studio lighting. Take a look at these shades: Ground Coffee, Cinder Smoke, Night Forest, and Renaissance Gold. The 4 I got, there they are, but there are 6 shades. I didn't get black because I have enough black eyeliners, to line the earth and back again. I should have got Burnt Umber. I was afraid it would be too, allergic red, like hay fever red. But a lot of people told me they wanted to see that, so I'm so sorry. I'll have to pick that up. These are $30 each. They are a soft, intense gel kohl eyeliner. They have a little bit of playtime, and then they set, and they are sweat resistant, and they are not supposed to budge or move. And I've heard a lot of opinions about that, so I'll let them go a little bit today, and we'll see. It's in the morning now, so we'll have some time. If I didn't say, they are $30 each. The reason I think a lot of people want to compare these to Victoria Beckham Beauty is that they're both kind of niche beauty companies, led by big names. Victoria Beckham, of course, not a makeup artist, but the 2 ladies also happen to be friends. They seem to have a very friendly relationship. Obviously, I don't know either of them personally, but when they have made videos together, there seems to be a good camaraderie there, and they do seem to have similar kind of niche, kind of boutique type releases. Plus, both pencils, the Victoria Beckham Beauty pencil and the Eldridge pencil, both have 1.2 grams of product, and both are made in Germany. And Germany, the makeup is made in Germany, but it's not like the usual suspect. So that's kind of interesting. However, the Eldridge pencils do not have a smudger on the back tip like the Victoria Beckham do. Both pencils, however, look like plastic, but both sharpen in any sort of good eye pencil, lip pencil sharpener that fits. But Victoria Beckham Beauty, you can get one. And that is another obviosity, is that the Victoria Beckham Beauty pencils are also $30. But you can opt in or out of a sharpener with Victoria Beckham. With Eldridge, no sharpener, just, use your own. Grab one on Amazon. It doesn't really matter. Use a Victoria Beckham one. I'm sure they fit. So that's where a lot of people are with the comparisons, and the shade choices do seem a bit similar. So we are going to compare those as well. I have listed the shades that I purchased down below in the description bar, where you can also find a link to join our members only, where we have weekly gossipy members only live. It's $4.99 a month, and that link is down there along with the link to these pencils. Okay, let's take a look at these in the best lighting, and we are going to compare them because some of the Victoria Beckham shades are very similar. So let's go ahead and take them outside into the warm California sunshine and take a look in that same order: Ground Coffee, Cinder Smoke, Night Forest, and Renaissance Gold. These shades are all, what I kind of like about them, and as you see, I have nothing on my eyes, so we're going to use them today. What I kind of like about them is they are darkly based. And I know normally I don't like really dark smoky things, but in a liner, I don't really like the light. I've moved away from the real kind of white or bright even on the waterline. It looks good, but I've kind of moved away from it. I like something a little bit dark and smoky. And I like that all of those shades, if I could put them back up on the screen again from the studio swatches, they're just dark based. If you just blinked really quickly, you would think they were black or brown. And I actually like that in an eyeliner. I don't want it to get too pink, too yellow. That's fun, but it's not user-friendly for every day. Do you know what I mean? All right, let's do some comparisons. And while you're at it, do check that you are subscribed, that you weren't unsubscribed accidentally. Give that button a click. It really does help me and I appreciate it. So make sure you're subbed. Okay, let's take a look here at some comparisons. I am going to tell you what I'm holding up here, okay? We got a lot of Victoria Beckham shades. I did not swatch things that were really off, but I tried to swatch the most obvious. If I missed any, you can ask me to do this over on Instagram and I'm happy to do it for you. All right, let me show you what we got here, okay? The top row continues to be our Lisa Eldridge shades in Ground Coffee, left to right, Cinder, Smoke, Night Forest, and Renaissance. Now underneath it, let me just show you what I put. Right there underneath the Lisa Eldridge Ground Coffee is indeed the Cocoa from Victoria Beckham Beauty. And underneath that second Cinder Smoke shade from Lisa Eldridge, I have the Sea Gray and then the Ash from Victoria Beckham. Then underneath the third Lisa Eldridge Night Forest shade, I did Olive and Sequin Green from Victoria Beckham Beauty. And underneath Lisa Eldridge's Renaissance Gold is the Gold Lame, which you could probably not see, and Smoky Quartz. Smoky Quartz is a really good double, isn't it? I put Gold Lame there even though it's totally unrelatable because I thought maybe you wouldn't believe me. You would say, wait a minute, Renaissance Gold, Gold Lame. No, because Victoria Beckham's Gold Lame is really just gold. And the Renaissance Gold from Lisa Eldridge is kind of, as she says, kind of a black-based gold. Very different. But I think Night Forest and Cinder Smoke Ground Coffee, they are awfully similar, and they feel awfully similar when you play with them too. Both have about the same amount of playtime. Both seem not to budge in arm swatches, but we're going to see on the eye, okay? What I'm going to do, I've learned from my mistakes. When Victoria Beckham Beauty released those really bright eye shades, I did a look with each one at the beginning of summer, and then I took them off and came back and did another one. I got an eye infection, just awful after that. Just I'd been messing with my eyes too much. You know, when you irritate your eyes, the bacteria gets in. So let me not do that again. Let's just do a look, shall we? And I am going to do an eye look. I have no eye makeup on. I think generally I would use these as liners, but let's have a little fun and actually do a whole eye look with these, all 4 shades. Let's start with Ground Coffee. And I am going to put Ground Coffee in the outer water and upper line. Let's go ahead and do that on both eyes. Let's do one look. The way that these feel on the waterline is exactly similar to the way the Victoria Beckham feel. I don't know if I told you this, you guys. The Victoria Beckham, also made in Germany, same amount of product, same price. But the Victoria Beckham, this is kind of important. I can't believe I didn't say this. The Victoria Beckham have a 12-month shelf life, and these Lisa Eldridge have a 24-month shelf life. And I think that's going to influence a lot of people actually right away. See what you think there. Pretty, huh? Reminds me of Cocoa, but very pretty. Cocoa from Victoria Beckham doesn't budge. We're going to give these a little bit of a wear test. Now let's take the Cinder Smoke and let's do the Cinder Smoke on the rest of the eye. Let's try it, okay? This is pretty. I like these gray shades. I know I didn't pick up the black, but oh gosh, lately I don't use black that much. And I'm going to do that right up here too. I do have some mascara on. Why am I not doing a cat eye? Because they never match on me. I have the new ESUM gel liner. They're making a gel liner. Oh gosh, you guys, I can't use it. I'm telling you, I'm horrible at that. Actually, I'm not horrible. They look really good, but they're never matching, right? So there you go. I have those two on. I think that's really pretty. Kind of a brown and a gray, which brown and gray look really nice together. And if you've never done that, put the darker on this part and then the dark but not as dark. This part's nice. Okay, let's look at this Night Forest and Renaissance Gold, okay? I'm not using any of the other. I want to take the Renaissance Gold right now, and I'm just going to put that right there into the corner. It's not bright like the gold from Victoria Beckham, but it does have a little bit to it, and this can actually go into the waterline. That's another thing. The Lame shades from Victoria Beckham are not really supposed to go into the waterline because they could contain glitter, but the same cautionary tale does not exist on the Lisa Eldridge side of things. So I kind of think that's fun, actually. Okay. And let's take a look at our Night Forest. I brought over some brushes here. Got some brush threads on me. And I just want to kind of close my eyes here and do a little bit of a line. And I like this Night Forest because it really, doesn't that look black? And I should learn my lesson and not do one at a time. What I am using to kind of buff this in, as you know, Victoria Beckham has a buffer on the back of hers that I use. This is just a really kind of a dense Sonia G brush, kind of a liner. I just looked for something that was goat's hair and dense. That's all you need, kind of mimicking a buffer. Okay, now let's go back to here. Oh, I'm loving this. Not quite matching up yet, so let's do that. I kind of like this look because it's really, so far, a bit punk rock, don't you guys think? Like a little bit rock and roll. And then let me put some of this gold, because I like the way this smudges out. Let me put some of this gold onto the mobile lid. Just to let you know, what I'm learning already is that these have a bit more playtime than the Victoria Beckham. On that green, I was actually able to do both eyes. I don't generally recommend that with these, but that is pretty. Also, I'm using a little bit less of this product. So with the Victoria Beckham, when I do my whole eye, it uses a lot of product. You know, I pretty much need to sharpen the pencil afterwards. I haven't really done anything to the point on this one, and I'm putting it all over the lid. So these kind of spread as an eyeshadow a little bit better and are really dark and smoky. Now, we don't have to worry about this shade that I kind of spread out. Like, oh, that's pretty. We don't have to worry about that smudging because I've already kind of, as you see, smudged it. But the question will be, when we come back, did it run too much out of my waterline? And that's what I need to look at. And the way that I will judge that, I'm going to wait a few hours, and the way I'll judge that, I smoked it out here, so we won't judge by that. I'll just judge literally by pulling down the eye and seeing if it's still there. And let me tell you right now, it's pretty much already gone. Okay, let me put a little more on there. That's a concern. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna give it a little bit of a chance there. I just added a little more of the ground coffee shade right here, and I'll need to be able to pull my eye down in an hour or 2 or 3, or however long it takes, and let's make sure it's still there. It looks like my eyes watered it right off, so I'm not touching it with any sort of a brush, and then we're really gonna see. Let me just tell you this though right now, I mean, this is pretty. This is a smoky eye I could get into, and that's just done with a liner really quickly. It's super pretty. Is it gonna give us that longevity in the waterline that everyone looks for? I don't know, my guess is no. Can you trade one for another? Sure. Okay, so let's just see what this does in the waterline and if it's there. If I'll let this go 8 hours or so, but if in an hour it's gone, I might as well just come back on. You know what I mean? All right, stay right there. Okay, I think we have some good news here. It's been 3 hours, which is actually a good amount of time for me. When eye makeup and eyeliner, I should say, is going to come off of me, as you see, it came off within, what was that, 2 minutes? And I think I have some good news, so let's check together, shall we? Still looking good on the eyes. Look at that. That's kind of the look. I have made sure to close my eyes and blink my eyes a lot more than usual. Perhaps that's an unfair parameter, but I wanted to really test it. And I still have it exactly where we put it. It's moving down a little bit, and it is still on the top where I did not reapply it. The waterline is where it had come off, and from where I reapplied it, it is not, but it is moving a little bit underneath. So here's the final assessment. The good and the bad, okay? Good, gorgeous shades. Good, gorgeous dark base shades, which I find very helpful with eyeliner. 3, nice and easy to work with a nice amount of playtime. 4, they can all go under the eye. They look gorgeous, smoky without being too dark. 5, beautiful colors, quality product. The bad, not going to be the most reliable under the eye. If you need something that is just not going to budge, you're probably going to have to go a little bit waxier. And, you know, these are sharpenable. I like that. You'll see, and there's more good here than bad. You'll see as they get lower. They are a really pretty product. I'm really thrilled with this eye look. I think it's really fun. But is this going to be like, this is the mascara that I can wear all day and run around with the kids and go to the gym? And it doesn't look like it, no. It looks like it will do the job, but it's not going to be like ride or die. It doesn't move through. I had broke up with my boyfriend and, you know, watched a sad movie and, you know, all of that. No. And it doesn't look like it's going to go through the gym and all that. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. But I think there's more good than bad here. To me, this is going to be a favorite. I just like this look, and I smoked it out so much that I'm not even minding, and it is there. It's been 3 hours. It's there. It's just, I will say it's moved a little bit. So it looks like it's great and really solid here when I tight lined, but in the waterline, it does want to budge a little bit. When I did a second layer and then didn't touch it, it did a little bit better, but it's budging a little bit. I'm just being honest with you. Which do I prefer, these or the Victoria Beckham? I prefer these already just to make an eye look with. I think they use less product. The Victoria Beckham is just constantly sharpening it. And in terms of actually just lining and not having to worry about it, I prefer most shades of the Victoria Beckham. Not the Bordeaux and the Victoria Beckham that runs like crazy. And I think sometimes sea gray runs a little bit. Cocoa doesn't. So I think the Victoria Beckham are more reliable if you just want a line. But I think these are more versatile, easier to work with, and they're actually prettier shades, I think. But, you know, I see them as very different pencils. Remember, though they're both the same amount of product and both made in Germany, Victoria Beckham says 12 months, Lisa Eldridge says 24 months. Obviously a different formulation. For anyone who says they're the same would obviously be off on that. But that's my thoughts on it. Or that, you know, just because it's going to wander a little bit, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, because I do think these are, I'm really happy with this look and the shirt. I have to actually go to a function tonight and I'm just going to keep it on. I'm super happy with it. All right, so those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? This is what makes us a community. Tell me below. My order was super late, so maybe you've gotten yours already and already played with it. I haven't seen any other reviews, so I don't know what they're saying, but I'd love to know what you're saying. Not other reviews, but you, our community. So definitely tell me below. Don't forget to give this video a like and share and subscribe and all of that good stuff. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.